Hello, my name is Rachel and this is my channel, The Girl with the Pilates Mat. Welcome to class. Today we are doing 30 minutes of standing Pilates for balance, strength and coordination. All right, so when you're ready, let's begin. Okay, so we're going to start working from the toes all the way up. We're going to strengthen the muscles. We're going to get our joints more mobile. We're also going to work quite a lot on our posture today, all right? So I'm going to get you to bring your feet directly underneath the front of your pelvis, where these hip bones are, right on the front here. So you can see it's quite narrow. All right, and then you're just going to place your hands on your hips. You're going to draw the tummy muscles in and think as if there's a little weight on your tailbone. So you can feel that little bit of pulling down at the back there, creating space in your lower back. Now let's start with mobilizing all the joints in the feet. So we're going to lift all the toes off the ground. You're going to keep the balls of the feet on the ground. And then you're going to place them back down. You're going to bring them up and then take them down. Bring them up and take them down. Two more. Up and down and up and down. Now, if you need help with your balance, please do have a chair one side all right to help you. We're going to lift those toes up again. This time I want you to spread them out like this and then try and lay them down, going from the little toe, pinky toe, all the way in. All right, so we're lifting all those toes up. We're going to spread them as wide as possible and then we're going to lay them back down one at a time, or try and do it one at a time. It's tough. I find this one very difficult, but it's very effective. And then we're going to lay them down. Let's do that two more times. All the toes up, spread them out, take them down. And last one, all those toes up, spread them out, and then gently bring them down. Well done. Now, if you need balance, pop your chair to one side. We're going to do little heel raises. So you're going to gently lift the heels off the ground, just coming halfway up and then back down. Now the challenge here is, as you lift those heels, is trying to keep the toes connected. All right, because we don't want those ankles going one way or another. So we're lifting up and down, lifting up and down, lifting up and down, lifting up and down. Now I want you to rock onto the outside of your feet. Can you see? So I'm going onto the outside edge and then I'm going to bring the feet down. So we're going out and down, out and down, out and down. Last time, out and down. Very good. Now from here we're going to do a little exercise. So if you've got a chair, you want the chair on the opposite side to the leg that's working, okay? We're going to reach that leg forward like so. The toe is pointed. All right, you're then going to flex the foot, point the toe, and then bring the foot back in. So chair would be this side. So you're going to point, flex, point, and close. Point, flex, point, and close. Point, flex, point and close, and point, flex, point and close. Let's go on to the other side. So move your chair to the other side if you're using a chair. we're going to point, flex, point and close, point, flex, point and close, point, flex, point and close. Last time, point, flex, point and close. Switch your chair back. All right, to the side, same thing. You're just going to slide the toe out. Now think of really lifting out of this hip, flex the foot, point it, and then bring it back. Okay, so we're going to the side, flex, point, bring it back. Now the leg is not turning out, so keep the knee facing forward on this leg. Flex, point, and close. Out, flex, point, and close. And out, flex, point. Let's change sides. Standing nice and tall, we're going to go out, flex, point, close. Now if you want to challenge yourself, you can keep the foot in the air. So you just take it out, flex, point, close. Out, flex, point and close, and out, flex, point and close. Now we're going to work in all movement directions, so we're going to do the same thing now to the back. All right, but I'm going to do a slight change. As you go back, so taking that leg back, it's going to start flexed. Then you're going to point it, flex it, and bring it in. Does that make sense? So you're going to sweep it back, point the toe, flex, and in. Take the heel back, so it's like you're reaching back with the heel, point, flex, and in. Reach back, point, flex, and in. Reach back, point, flex, and in. Let's go on to the other side. All right, so going back with the heel, back, point, flex, close, back, point, flex, close, back, point, flex, close, back, point, flex, and close, and one more, and close. Very good. Okay, let's just have a little stretch, and then we're going to go back to some more exercises. So I'm just going to go sideways. You're going to put your right leg back. Okay, we're going to create a little bit of space between those legs. And then all you're going to do is think of lining up those hips so they are shining forward like car headlights. And then you're going to bend both legs, keeping the heels on the ground. So you're going to really feel this in the calf of the right leg. Keep those tummy muscles in. And just think of just sitting into it and taking a couple of deep breaths. Now straighten the back leg and bend the front leg a little more. So you're stretching the other area of the calf muscles there. I've actually got a lot of muscles that kind of come and meet in that calf there. There are layers of muscle and we want to stretch them all, as well as your Achilles tendon. Super. Let's change legs. Same idea. So both sets of feet are facing forward. Hips are shining forward like car headlights. Let's bend both those legs. That's it. This one often is the hardest one for people. They find it very difficult. If it's difficult for you, this is something you definitely need to work on, because it will help. If you trip, you'll be able to catch yourself before you fall if you've got this flexibility. Now straighten that back leg and lean into that front leg a little, stretching out that calf muscle. Lovely. Good. All right. We're going to do ankle circles and then we're going to move upwards to the knees. So standing nice and tall, let's bring this leg forward. We're going to lift the foot off the ground. We're going to circle it out for 4, 3, 2, 1, and circle it in for 4, 3, 2, 1, bring it in, switch sides. So lift the leg just off the floor, going out for 4, 3, 2, 1, coming in for 4, 3, 2, 1. Well done. Lovely stuff. All right, let's just roll the shoulders out, okay, because I know you can get a little bit tense in the upper body of that concentration. So we're going to just do a little bit of upper body work. 3, 2, and 1. Let's bring those arms forward. Bend the elbows. Lovely. And then what we're going to do is going to mix two things together here. You are going to open the arms out to the side as far as you can go without the elbows leaving the waistline, and then come back. But what we're going to add is a bend of the knees. So a little bend of the knees and straighten. Bend and straighten. Bend and straighten. So this is where the coordination comes into play. Lots of work for the brain as well. Good. 4, 3, 2, 1. Well done, and come down. So you've got two options now. If you're using a chair, you're going to have it on the opposite side. If you're happy to work without, we're going to do a little bit of leg work with coordination as well. So what we're going to do is we're just going to lift the leg, very simple movement. We're going to lift the leg up and take it down. But I want you to use the opposite arm. So we're going to do 4 without and 4 with. Okay, so hands on the hip to start. We're going to lift. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Now, arms are going to be like so. 1, 2, 3, 4. Well done. Let's change sides, hands on the hips for 1, 2, 3, 4. Add the arms if you want. 2, 3, 4. Well done. Now, opposite arm to leg going to the side. Leg is going to stay straight. Okay, so it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Change sides. For 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Well done. So now we're going to go to the back. It's the same armless leg to the back. Are you ready? So let's do without. First of all, we're going to point this time. So going back for 4, 3, 2, 1. Adding arms for 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's change sides. So as you can see, it's not straight back, it's slightly out on the diagonal. Here we go. 4, 3, 2, 1. Add the arms. 4, 3, 2, 1. Well done. Hands back on the hips. And let's try this movement now. So we're going to bend this right leg. Chair will be here if you're using the chair. And we're going to float the right knee up. Okay, and then we're just going to tap down and lift. Tap down and lift. Tap down and lift. Tap down and lift. Add the arms. Tap down. Opposite arm. Down and up. Down and up, down and up, changing sides. Okay, so we're going to pop the leg out. Here we go. Lift, and 1, 2, 3, 4. Add the arms. 4, 3, 2, 1. Well done. Let's do some circles now. Okay, so this is a little bit like the ballet. So before we do it, we're going to do these in a turned out position. So bring your feet completely together. Bring your hands on the hips. Pull the tummy muscles in and think of rolling those shoulders back. So you've got that lovely standing posture. And then you're just going to swivel the toes out and back. Out and back. Out and back. So you put your hands on your bottom, you will feel your bottom muscles working very nicely with this one. 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's stay out with those feet. Okay, so we're trying to really pull our thighs together at the front. And now you're going to slide this foot forward. And you're going to do a quarter of a circle. So you're going to take the leg to the side and bring it back. And repeat. Forward, side, and bring it back. Forward, circle, side, bring it back. Now while you're doing this, you're trying not to let your pelvis move. That's where your core work comes in. One more. Now go on to the other side. So forward, side and back. Forward, side and back. Forward, side and back. Forward, side and back. And forward, side and back. Now we're going to make it a little more tricky. We're going to go to the back first and then around to the side. So it's the reverse of the movement you've just done. So we're going to slide the foot to the back and then bring it to the side and close. Back, side and close. Back, side and close. Back, side and close. Last one. Back, side and close. Going on to the other side. We're going to the back, side and close. Back, side and close. Back, side and close. Back, side and close. And back, side and close. Now we're in this lovely position here, so let's do some knee bends. We're going to bring a little bit of a balletic feel because it's great for strengthening the body, particularly the spinal muscles. So standing nice and tall, little bend of the knees, bringing the arms up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down and up and down. Now we're going to lift up. So the arms coming up, and this time I want you to see if you can take those arms all the way up as you take the heels off the ground and then circle around. So think of squeezing your inner thighs, squeezing your bottom, coming up and lowering down, lifting up and lowering down, lifting up and lower down, lift up and lower down, and lifting up and lowering down. Well done. Now we're going to go a little bit wider. We are still turned out. Okay, obviously work within your comfort zone for your knees. No issue with your knees, go as low as you can. Issues with the knees, go to where you can do the movement without the pain, okay? So from this one, we're going to take the arms out and up, out and up, out and up, out and up. We're going to do 4 more. This is great for stretching through the inner thighs and the hips. Good. 1. Well done. Now I want you to hold the arms down and see if you can just bend one leg. So this one's straight, this one's coming over. And then to the other side. Good. So keeping the heels down, going the weight from one place to the other. If you want to add the arm, opposite arm, opposite arm, opposite arm, opposite arm. You can take the arms higher, make it a little bigger. If that feels all right for you, add in that little bit of balletic flow if you want to. And then we're going to go 4 and 3 and 2 and 1 and come back. Bring the arms down, a little bit of a heel raise. So we've got to think of tummy in, squeeze the bottom, and then you're going to do a little lift up and lower down. Little lift up and lower down. Lift and down. Lift and down. Lift and down. 4, 4. 3, 2, 1. Well done. And bring yourself over to one side. Okay, so we're going to do a little bit of work where there's going to be a bit of impact, not hard impact, but this is about kind of, if you get into that position where you're tripping, it's about trying to catch yourself before you fall over. Okay, we're going to start going sideways and then we're going to go forwards. So all you're going to do, arms wherever you want, is take the foot out to the side and land on it and then bring it in. So foot out, land and come in. You can take it without the arms. That's actually more challenging, or you can have the arms out because that will help. Don't worry about making noise as long as you've got no neighbours downstairs. Coming out and back, out and back, out and back, out and back. Now you're going to come out. We're going to hold it here and we're just going to have a little stretch. Draw the tummy muscles in. Little stretch, and if you can, I want you to do a little fold forward. Little fold forward, taking the arms out. Good. Coming back up, and then bend the knees and come over to this side. So same idea. We're going to take ourselves out, land and back, out, land and back. All right, arms wherever feels right for you. This is to get you used to that kind of landing feeling, getting those muscles in the feet really working here. Yes, that's it. 3, 2, 1. Now you're going to go out and hold it here. Let's have that nice bend. If you can, let's fold at the hips. Going forward into an extended stretch, taking the arms out and then coming back up. Well done, bending the knees and come back. Now we've got the same idea going forward, and obviously this is if you're going to trip, generally it would be in this direction. Okay, so you're going to think of right leg coming forward, imagining you're just tripping, and then you're going to catch yourself and come back. All right, have those arms up so they're ready as well, okay? So up and back, up. You want to think of all those joints working, so it's ankle joints, knee joints, hip joints, and the spinal joints here are all helping you. Last 2, 2, 1. Now come out one more time and stay there. That's it. Now let's put the hands on the hips. Okay, and let's just bring our back foot in a little until we can get that heel down. Oh, that is a stretch. Okay, nice stretch there. Now take that foot back, trying to keep the heel down still. Okay, and think of leaning forward slightly. And feel free to wiggle that foot around. You really want to feel that stretch going on in the back leg, there all the way down the bottom of that back leg. Good, well done. And come back. So let's go do those movements on the left leg. So left leg reaching out and down, arms staying up to help you, okay? So here we go. That's it. 4, 3, 2, 1. Last one. Stay here. Okay, from here, let's bring that back foot in until we can get that heel down. That's what we're trying to do. Very, very hard. And just stay there in that stretch. Good. Now reach that back foot out. That's it. Well done. And then bending forward, getting that lovely stretch in the calf muscle. Good. And I want to step forward to the front of your mat. Now you won't be able to use a chair for this one. Okay, we're just going to do really simple movements. This is what becomes harder for people as they get older. It's just walking backwards. Just walking backwards like so. All right, and then you're going to step forward. And again, we're going to go back, 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 and then forward. 2, 3, together, back, 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 and forward. I'm going to add something on in a second, and back, 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 and forward. Okay, now we're going to go back, 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 back. To go forward, you're going to try and put one foot in front of the other. All right, like you're walking on a tightrope. Much harder to keep your balance. That's it. Take your arms out to the side to help. You're going to have to do more than 4 for this one. I'm on 5, I think. 6, and together. Should we try it again? So going back, 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 back. Arms out to the side. Go forward. One foot is in front, so heel to toe. Heel to toe. Whoops, heel to toe, heel to toe, heel to toe, heel to toe, and together. And then you're going to step back for 1, 2, turn towards me. Okay, and we're going to finish this foot in front of this one, heel to toe. Tummy muscles in. Arms out to the side, palms up. See if you can close your eyes, even for a second. 1, 2, 3. Well done. Switch. How was your balance? Let's do the other leg. All right, so pulling in, drawing up through the body. Take the arms out to the side. Turn the palms up. Now you can stay there or you can try closing your eyes. That's it for 1, 2, 3. Well done. Bring yourself back to feet apart. Let's take a deep breath in, lift the arms up. Breathing out, big stretch out to the side. Arms up. and out. And last one, arms up and out to the side. And there you go. That is your session for today, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed this session. This was a really functional session. So if you are having problems with balance, this is something you really need to be thinking about doing at least 3 times a week. Yeah, you get that practice in, you will really, I promise you will really feel and see the benefits of doing this work on a regular basis. All right, so please do press the like button. Don't forget to subscribe. Take care, and I'll see you soon. Bye for now. Okay, well done everyone. Yes, I'm still here. This is a live broadcast, and as it's live, I'm going to come onto the chat. Did you notice Boo lost her ball halfway through the session, which was rather funny? I saw her running for it. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed today. Slightly different style of session, but I really wanted to do something for all our wonderful friends who are having balance problems. I know there's a lot of you out there because I do read all the messages that you send, so thank you for sending them. Let me know what you thought, but it was very much a functional session today, and even I had problems at the end trying to close my eyes and not fall over. So if you did feel really wobbly, please don't worry about it. It's just a sign that it's something you need to work on. Balance changes every day. I mean, our bodies are never the same from one day to the next, no matter what your age, okay? So do bear that in mind. Balance has to be practiced regularly. That goes across the board for everyone. Even when I was a 20-year-old dancer, balance was something that was different every day. One day I better do 3 pirouettes without falling over, the next I couldn't. It's just the way our bodies are. They're different day to day. So just make a note of that and come back and do this one. But if you really felt like this was challenging, or you learned something maybe about your own body that you weren't used to, or you hadn't noticed before, then you know that this one is a really good one for you to be doing, all right? Feel free to fire off your questions. I can see the chat is going crazy. Just to let you know, there were 170 of you doing the session today, which I love. So thank you, everyone. And I'm going to go straight over to the chat to see who's here. Or before I do that, just for those of you that come on Friday, I will be doing a session this Friday. It's not up yet, but I'll be programming that in the next couple of days. And that will be mixability mat work Pilates this Friday. It's going to be a wrist-friendly workout. We did knee-friendly workout last Friday. This Friday is going to be wrist-friendly, okay? It's going to be lots of great exercises, but nothing which is going to be painful on your wrists, okay? That's what's coming up on Friday. I also have a video coming out on Wednesday. That will be a cardio session. I decided for January I would put cardio sessions in. So there's one more of those, and then I might switch up Wednesdays to something different for February, all right? So that's what's coming up. Hello to Cheryl in Virginia. Lovely to see you, Cheryl. And good morning to you. Hello to Mary Margaret Seagrace. Hello, Mary. Thank you so much for your donation today. Hello to June Kowalczak, who I know is not very well, but says, won't be joining this morning. Unfortunately, I've got another migraine. Poor June. I'm sorry, June, to hear that. I'm going to rest and do this tomorrow. I have ordered my t-shirt. Can't wait till it arrives. Yes. Lovely to hear that. So I do have a range of t-shirts now, everyone. Not a vast range, it's just a chosen 4 t-shirts. You'll see them just down here. There's a little window you'll see with the ones that I have available. I was wearing the vest one on Friday, excuse me, the vest one on Friday, and I can say it was very comfortable. All the t-shirts are made from organic and sustainably sourced cotton. The ink that is used is sustainable. Everything about it is eco-friendly, even the packaging that it arrives in. You can be anywhere in the world and you will be able to get one of these t-shirts. So do check that out down below. All right. To get well soon, June. Lovely to see you here. Nancy H. Hello, Nancy. Lovely to see you. Thank you very much for your donation. Very much appreciated. Hello to Luciana. Hello to you, Luciana. And hello to Olivia Cabuzuela. Hello to you. You love my little dog. Yes, she's a funny one, isn't she? That's how she is most of the time. But if her ball, if her ball moves, as you can see, she has to go pick it up. It's like her little comfort blanket. So thank you, Olivia, much appreciated. Hello to Carla La Bombard. Hello, Carla. Are you in Sicily? You are. Hello. Yes, Carla's on holiday. Carla is normally in Long Island, everyone, but she's on holiday in Sicily. And she says, hello, Rachel Kerwin. Boo and the Rachelettes. I've just arrived in Ragusa, Sicily from Catania. I will say this one and do when I have the time. Ciao. Ciao to you. I'm very envious. I've been to Sicily and it is so beautiful. The food's incredible. The coast is beautiful. All those lovely little towns and villages, stunning. So have a wonderful time, Carla. Hi to Luciana, hello to Anne Ali, good afternoon to you, Anne. Hello to Mandy Smith. Hi, Mandy. Mandy says, thank you, I really enjoyed this. I've been following you for over a year and my balance has improved so much. I am so delighted to hear that. Thank you very much indeed, Mandy, for letting me know. It just goes to show, doesn't it, when you do that regular practice, how much you benefit. So well done. Hello to Tracy Garati. Fantastic flow. Love Boo. Thank you, Tracy. Boo loves you too. She's a very affectionate little girl. Thank you, Tracy. Teresa Camarano Walsh. Hello to you, Teresa. Who says, thank you, I enjoyed this. You're very welcome, Teresa. Nice to see you today. Cheryl from Virginia says, I'm curious, why did closing our eyes make the balance so much harder? I was surprised. Yes, because when you balance, generally you are able to look at something, like I'm looking at you all now down the camera lens, and you can your body can kind of work out where it needs to be by what it's seeing, right? So that's how you get your balance. But when you take vision away, it's a whole different experience, as you know. It's much more of an experience where you have to, and practice this, everyone, you have to really tune into your feet. Yeah, and I think a lot of the time, a lot of us are not aware of our feet at all. Now, I know that sounds really weird, but we don't do work with our feet, and you really should, because if you think your feet they're the things that connect you to the ground. And if you're not really thinking about them, not really feeling them, you can get, and I've seen this so many times in lots of younger people as well as midlife people and senior people, real lack of awareness in their feet, their ankle mobility, the Achilles tendon tends to be very tight, that kind of thing. Now, when you take away the ability to see, you're in a different sensory experience and you've got to rely on other things. And all you can rely on in that case is your feeling of your feet on the ground, your posture, and trying to sort of imagine like there's a string lifting you up. So yes, Cheryl, it's quite a tricky one, isn't it, that? I find that one hard as well. It's something I practice when I'm at home. Jackie Hanley, hello Jackie, lovely to see you. Jackie says, thank you so much, so important. I've had a bad forward fall last April, from which I've only fully recovered recently. Jackie, I'm so sorry to hear that. So Jackie, this is definitely one for you. I want to say this, and this is for Jackie, but it's for everybody. One of the reasons that we trip when we get older is that we get very stiff in the foot and the ankle. And if you think about it, if this is not mobile, so an ankle should be able to move in every direction. It also should be able to move this way and inwards, which we didn't do today. but it should be able to do all of that. If it's able to do that, then your body, if you trip, your body, your ankle will be able to adjust and help you put a foot out, put a hand out, whatever, but put a foot forward, it will be able to recover. If you've got real stiffness in the feet, your body, you're just going to fall forward. And so that's why, to me, ankle mobility is really, really, really important. And as you can hear everyone from Jackie, who's very kindly put a message on there, she had a really, really bad fall forward, and it's taken her a long time to recover. And that's what I want to help you all with. I don't want you all to go through that. I don't want Jackie to ever go through that again. All right. So if you feel that this is really something for you, don't be shy. Do this video. Do it 3 times a week. Do it 4 times a week. It's only half an hour, and it really, I promise you, it will really make a difference, because I've done all these exercises. When I had my business in London before COVID, I had a lot of clients who were 75 plus, and this was one of the key things we used to work on. And I had one client who had got to the point where she wouldn't even barely go out the door without a stick, and she was perfectly capable, but she'd lost her confidence from a really bad fall that she'd had. And we just worked on it gently and regularly, and we kept consistent, and we kept working on it. And eventually she came bounding into the studio one day and said, "I've got to tell you something, Rachel, I've got to tell you something." And I said, what's going on? She said, "I went out today without my stick, and I went to the shops, and I had 2 bags of shopping, 1 in each hand, and I carried them all the way home." Now that for her was such an achievement, and for me too. I was so happy for her, because she just got her confidence back. And that's what these kind of sessions are about. It's not about being, looking wonderful and all that stuff. It's about really feeling good in your own skin, feeling confident in yourself, being as healthy and as mobile as you can be. All right. So never worry if you do a session with me and you think, "Oh, I was no good at that," or "I was no good at this," whatever it might be, try to flip that around and think, that session I just did with Rachel, I was really struggling with that exercise when I had to step forward and stop myself from falling. So I think I better work on that. Have that kind of sense of lightness about your learning, because it's much kinder to you, it's much kinder to your mind, and it also means that exercise becomes something that's fun, something that's good, something that's doing you good, but you realize it up here as well. Yes, there's that whole synergy between the emotional side and the physical side, and I'm trying to bring all those together in the work that I do with all of you. All right, so there we go. Jackie, thank you. And please, yes, keep this one in your regular playlist. I think it'll really, really help you. Liz Manners Chin says, "That was great. Thank you so much." You're very welcome, Liz. Anne Pappas, hello to Anne. How are you, Anne? Saying, "Another good session. Thank you, and not too strenuous on another hot day, but I'm still sweating." I know it's very hot, isn't it, in South Africa at the moment, Anne. Thank you for sharing. Nancy H says, "Would love a new workout with the mini ball, mini band, or Pilates ring." I know not everyone might have this equipment, but they're always fun to change things up. Yeah, I think what I might do, Nancy, is I might film one for you. What I'm trying to do is do my Monday and Friday lives, and then on my Wednesday I'm trying to put in different sorts of sessions, which are videos. So they're either things that have been re-edited from a couple of years ago, or they're new videos. So I'm slowly filming some new work, but I totally take that on board, Nancy. And yes, I will definitely do one of those for you. Martine de Kerpel says, "I did everything not touching, so it was more ballet-y." Yay. Thanks. I loved it. You're very welcome, Martine. Lovely to see you here. Sue Wood says, "I had no idea closing my eyes would make balancing so difficult." I know. Patty Smith, good morning, Patty says, good morning, everyone. Thank you for the balance work. I need it. I try to do one of your balance videos every day. The older we get, the harder it is. And it is crucial in preventing falls, absolutely, because one of the things that for me really, really matters, something I really care about, is having seen my parents and how they age and what happened to them, is trying to help all of you stay independent. And one of the things that happens is that in later life, if someone has a fall, and maybe they have other health conditions as well, but if someone has a bad fall, it can take either a very long time to recover, in which case there will definitely be loss of confidence as well. And sometimes people don't recover, or they don't get their confidence back, and then their life becomes smaller. And I don't see why that should happen. I think if we keep ourselves fit and mobile, and yeah, I mean, you know, God willing, we don't get any serious chronic diseases, etc. But if we keep ourselves as mobile as we can, then we keep our independence. And that is crucial to our personal well-being and happiness. So thank you very much, Patty, for bringing that up. Much appreciated. Hello to Tracy Wortman. Tracy has a question, everyone. Tracy says, any ideas on sciatic pain? I do the session for back pain with great success. I can feel it working. Is there more I can do? Tracy from a cold Montana. Hello, Tracy. So you do the session for back pain, great. Have you done the session, Tracy, for sciatic pain? I have a video which is very specifically sciatic pain. Really, really good video. Honestly, it's one of those ones, if you're someone that has sciatica, very, very important. For you, Tracy, I'm not sure if you do my mat work or just standing, but things to bear in mind with sciatica. So sciatic pain is when you have compression on your sciatic nerve, which is kind of around here. Yes, it's all kind of, you've got a lot of nerve endings around here, all around where those lower vertebrae are in the back. And what you want to do is create space. So what you want to avoid is any tucking under. And I do find that as women and men get older, there's a tendency to be a bit like this, a bit short, a bit tight here, and a bit weak here. So the posture is very important, but sciatica, you want to be going in the other direction. Because by going in this direction, as in this direction, so if I was lying on the floor, it would be going this way. You are creating space, you are separating the vertebra, and you're taking that pressure off the sciatic nerve. Okay, so that's kind of what you want to think about. So what I would say, Tracy, is if you haven't tried it yet, try my video for sciatic pain or sciatica. It's really good, it totally works. But also think about trying to avoid any kind of movements where you're tucking under, where you're flexing your spine there, and that will really help. The other thing with, I'll show you a really nice one. Let me just take my little stool back to here. Lovely one to do when you're sitting down is whichever side you've got the pain. So let's assume it's on this side, this leg, is to do the figure four. It's like some people call it the pretzel. You could do it lying on the floor, but you can do it on a chair. Sometimes I do this when I'm at the computer, and just bring that ankle up here. You might find that is more than enough. That's already a major, major stretch. Okay, but if you want to take it further, you can keep your back straight, but hinge at the hips. Oh, and you will feel, because I can feel it now, you will feel a deep, deep stretch and release through that area. So that's a really nice one to do. And again, you can do that whenever you want, and it will feel really, really nice. So there we go. That's for Tracy. Kim B. Hello, Kim. Lovely to see you here. Kim says, a very good warming and balance session. It's -6 degrees and snow here. Wow, I need to keep moving. I'm sorry to hear that. That sounds very, very cold. We're sort of about 3 degrees here, but we've had sunshine all day, which has been lovely. I live right by the sea. Like, the sea is literally a stone's throw, well, more than a stone's throw, but not far from where I am. And we're very lucky that where I live is called the South Downs. It's a sort of a national park. It's protected land in the UK. And it's very high, so lots and lots of hills. And we live between the hills and the sea. So it's a really sort of lovely kind of area to be in. Which means we have a slightly different climate, often have quite a lot of sunshine, which is lovely. Sarah Runnacles, hello Sarah. Who needs her ball on a string? She certainly does. Like mittens used to be. Oh, I love that. I remember those days, Sarah, having my mittens on a string. Yeah, she's a funny one, boo. That was quite a moment. Jeanette says, oh wow, great class. I did a class yesterday that worked the hips, thighs and bottom. They challenged me today. Closing my eyes was two. I thank you so much. Love the Wednesday classes too. Thank you, Janet. Lovely to hear from you. Really glad to hear that. Marina Clarick. Hello, lovely Marina. It's lovely to see you. Marina says, hello, everyone. Please don't forget to press the like button for Rachel. Thank you, Marina. Sending you lots of love. Nancy H says, as long as you're doing joint-friendly workouts, may I also put a vote in for shoulder-friendly and hip-friendly? Why not? Why not, Nancy? Let me do that. Wrist-friendly, hip-friendly, and shoulder-friendly. We could easily do that. Yes, Nancy, great suggestion. Thank you very much. Belinda, hello, lovely Belinda. Nice to see you here. Belinda says, really enjoyed the class. The last test of one foot in the other was a wake-up call. Thank you. As I now know that I need to work on it. Love all your classes. Thank you so much, Belinda. Yeah, I wanted to save that little one to the end because I knew it's also for me a little like, oh yes, I need to work on that. So really glad to hear that you're going to do that. You're going to work on that. Well done, Belinda. Keep on going. Yvonne Woodhouse says, that was great. I know this is going to help my balance. I also love the calmness you brought to the class. Well, thank you, Yvonne. Much appreciated. Jacqueline Little says, thank you, Rachel. I enjoyed that session. It was great to rehab my 2 new hips. Oh, bless you, Jacqueline, and your lovely new hips. Hopefully that felt really nice for you. We didn't do anything too strenuous on the hips, and I think some of those fall exercises, you know, where we were doing that stepping forward and falling, very good for re-strengthening the hips because it's slight impact, which is what is really good for healing all the bones around where you've had that replacement. So lovely to hear that, Jacqueline. Thank you for sharing. June Kowalczak says, I watched but didn't participate. Looks like a great class for balance and strength. So important for everyone, especially seniors. Can't function without our balance. Thanks, Rachel. So true, June. Thank you very much for that. And Ali says, good afternoon, Rachel and family and Rachelettes. Such a wonderful, smooth and flowy workout. Love the balance, which keeps us in shape. Love you all. And you, and thank you very much. Hello to the wonderful Stephanie Langton. Hi, Stephanie. Stephanie says, love that class, thank you. Need to practice that closed eye movement. Gotta love Boo retrieving the ball. I know, that was very cute, wasn't it? Very sweet of her. Carol Keller says, thank you. You're very welcome, Carol. Lovely to see you. Alison McKinder. Hello, Alison. Thank you so much for your donation today at $20. I really appreciate that. It's really going to help we keep the tech going on this channel. And it's your first super sticker on the channel. So congratulations to you, Alison. Lovely to have you here. Thank you. Jackie Hanley says, thanks Rachel, I'm going to practice that. You're very welcome. Nancy H says, what if you have hypermobile joints? Wonder if I've fallen for that reason. That can be a reason as well. So Nancy, you've got the opposite problem if you're hypermobile. I'm also a hypermobile person. If you're hypermobile, particularly in ankles, knees or hips, that can affect your balance. And for hypermobility, it's interesting. I must do a video on this at some point. I've been thinking about it for ages and still haven't got around to doing it. But if you're hypermobile, you have to think more, Nancy, of bringing everything in. So for people who are very immobile and stiff, we're always trying to open them out, open the joints, move the joints, release the joints, release the tension, etc., etc. But if you are hypermobile, you have to think more about muscularly, is that the word? Muscularly, drawing everything in. So I always say, if I have clients or people write to me who want to do yoga and they're hypermobile, I always say I wouldn't recommend it, because you don't want to be doing extended stretches when you're hypermobile. What you want to be doing is getting control of the joints. So someone who's hypermobile will have a joint like this, for example, that moves really easily, but they might not have as much control. So you might see them as someone who's like, oh, you're so flexible, you're so lucky, but they might not have as much control over that joint. So what you'd be looking for, Nancy, is building more control. And it's quite a hard one in the sense that that really is a mind over matter. It's something I had to learn, and I learned later in life. I already had a load of injuries when I started Pilates. And I realized once I really got into the practice and learning the method and then eventually studying it extensively, which I have been for, 15 years now, I've been doing it 26 years, is that you have to really work on control. Less is more sometimes. So what I would say, Nancy, is for you, you want to be thinking of smaller movements, but a lot more focus on controlling that movement. And that will, yes, it could well be a reason why you've had a lot of falls. So, yeah. Nancy, you like the Wednesday videos too. Thank you. Kim B says, I've enjoyed the Wednesday sessions. Re-editing your previous sessions is a great idea. There are many good ones. Well, you know what, Kim? It never crossed my mind that you putting some of those videos out would be a really good thing to do. And it wasn't until I spoke to someone who said that on YouTube, the lives don't necessarily come up once they've been and gone. If people do them within that couple of weeks that you put them out, they'll see them, but they won't see a live that I did maybe 3 years ago, 4 years ago, which was perfectly good. So we are looking back. I'm only picking the ones that I think are good, but we're looking back to things that I've done, things that I think would be very beneficial. And then we're re-editing them without the chat. So you just get the video, which is 20 minutes or 30 minutes or 40 minutes. And then always you'll find within there, if it's one that's been re-edited, there'll be a link to the original. So if you want to go and see what the chat was, you can still do that. So they're always going to be there, whether it's the live or the re-edited. Tracy, sorry if you're still here. Yeah, pelvic curl, no, it's not good. Not good for you, because if you've got a disc issue, a pelvic curl is going to be a flexion of the spine and therefore a compression. So your option for Tracy would be to lift straight up rather than curl up, just go straight up. And that will really work your bottom and your hamstring muscles, which is excellent for when you've got a disc issue and sciatica. You just avoid the flexion. So no tilting of the pelvis, you just go up and then you come straight down with a nice straight spine. Yeah, so that's what I would recommend, Tracy. Hi, Donna. Donna says, hello, feels like I've auditioned for Swan Lake and got the part. I love that, Donna. And of course you would get the part. I'm sure you're exceptionally graceful. You all are. Nancy H says, that is so helpful. I am hypermobile and I hate yoga. Definitely need to focus on that. Thank you, wonderful Rachel. You're very, very welcome. I've made a note of all those things, and it's interesting, Nancy, because all the things you have mentioned you'd like to see, shoulder friendly, hip friendly, a lot of those could be hypermobility issues related to as well. So I'm really going to think about that, Nancy, and how I can incorporate some of that into some future videos. But that's it for today, everyone. Do you know what? 1,000 people, I'm just looking at the numbers, 1,000 people have already done this session today. It's just come up on my screen. So that is super duper. All right, so remember, if your balance was a little bit off today, this is one to redo again, all right? And I just want to wish you all a fantastic week. I'll have a new video out on Wednesday, and I'll be back live on Friday. And Friday is a wrist-friendly workout, all right? So I will see you then. Until then, have a wonderful week. Take care of yourselves. I'll see you soon.